Exactly as predicted just 2 days ago, something absolutely big has just happened to the crypto markets. But if you want to see something really big, then you have to check this out right now. As Bitcoin absolutely goes up nearly 2%, altcoins like Cardano and Matic bust, thrust, and Magust to even double-digit gainers like never seen before since, I don't know, like a couple months ago. But what if I told you that this wasn't even the big chalupa yet? And when you see this video, you'll wish that this big chalupa was a bit smaller because it's that big. Bitcoin right now is on a tear, up well over 1%. But the big question now is, as we're only days away from the next CPI, which potentially much of the major hype is coming from. However, technically on these charts, this is indeed exactly what was expected, according to this multi-month trend line and beyond. As the tides are shifting, and as I've been asking for the past few videos, do you smell that? Do you hear that? And do you feel that? That's right. And no, it's not the body odor of crypto holders worldwide. It is in fact potentially the change, the shift. And this week, after two pretty good, honestly, expected CPI prints, we will be getting a third CPI print that has the possibility of being a three-peat, a triple dip, if you will, that could end up helping these markets and ushering in massive gainage. So, I mean, we can start off with that because the CPI report is in just a few days here. The December 2022 reading will be on the 12th of January, so just a few days from now. And this is really big. I mean, let's be honest. Let's buckle in, strap in real quick. This is going to be pretty big. And a lot of things going on too. I mean, it is expected that the rate hike will be about 25%, and so far, or 25 basis points, is about 75% that it'll be 25 basis points. And so far, this has been accurate every time. These target rate probabilities, they have been accurate. So again, there's no guarantee, absolutely not. If we in fact would get a 50 basis point hike, then best believe these markets will get crushed. Do I think that's likely? No, I think that, you know, what's more likely is a 25% rate hike, or 25 basis point rate hike. However, the bearish side of that is that we might see these 25 basis point hike raises for longer than expected. Pretty much, again, the reason why we got this massive dump, basically the reason we got this massive dump is because the Fed said they were going to be raising rates throughout 2023, which was not necessarily expected or guaranteed. And remember, this was because of FTX, okay? That's why I don't understand why people say stuff about like the news doesn't move price. This is literally because FTX collapsed. So what does that even mean? And this also was because of the Fed basically being like, hey, turns out we're going to be raising rates, or at least keeping firm for 2023, and basically just reiterated their hawkish stance there. But if we take a look, we also see that miners are finally potentially breaking their severe selling streak. Remember, miners have basically just been selling into losses for months and months now. Heavy sell pressure from Bitcoin miners has barraged the market for the last 4 months, and it finally seems to be potentially subsiding here. And this data shows the 30-day net position change for miners, in fact, beginning to increase versus the prior month. Okay, so just the very beginning, this could flip at the drop of a hat, but yeah, I mean, it's a positive sentiment switch. And again, I think there are just so many things lining up that was Bitcoin going to get dumped on? Absolutely. But I absolutely think that Bitcoin has been dumped on a little bit excessively, right? I mean, if you think back a year, all of the things that happened in the past year with crypto, it has strictly been dumpage. It has only been dumpage. And so again, that can only last for so long. Before we continue with Bitcoin's chart, though, we do see the DXY. We do see the DXY now break down out of this range, set a new low. This is the lowest the DXY has been since summer, back as we were catapulting above here. This is a new low for the DXY, a lower high and now a lower low as well. And so again, just as I've been saying, I don't think the DXY is going to have a good multiple next few years. I think the DXY is going to get dumped on. And if we take a look at the SPX, obviously futures were up last night, and the SPX stock market is up a little bit today as well, up over almost 1.5% here, as it is again rebroken the 50-day moving average and the 21-day moving average. So this could be a pretty good sign for the SPX, but we did just get this bearish cross. If it negates this bearish cross and actually reattempts breaking 4,000, that would actually be huge for the SPX and could maybe signal an end temporarily of this entire year-long plus trend of the dumpy downside. So that's really, I mean, that's kind of exciting. Again, we're way too early for that. Definitely no guarantees, but that is a possibility to watch out for over the next week. And now with Bitcoin currently sitting above 17,000, again, what we were talking about, I mean, I'll just play this clip real quick. But this is one of those moments where, in my opinion, you need to watch and be aware of this because we have not had this possibility for a long time. Absolutely ginormous. And yeah, I mean, if we go to that chart, you can see Bitcoin has started to break above this trend line. And so, again, this is a multi-month trend line, so that's why I think it has more credibility, and that's why I said it was more exciting. I've been saying that for the last few videos. Not a drill, Gigatrap. That's right. Very big. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, guys, I mean, it's so big. It's hard to imagine something that big. And as well, I am in a few long positions here. It has been very tricky to trade. But obviously I have some tight stops. I'm absolutely not convinced this is the beginning of some major relief just yet. But in my opinion, again, I don't even want to share my real opinion just based on my emotions and how I feel about everything. But that is truly what I feel. I truly believe this is the beginning of a momentum shift. So you is absolutely time sensitive alerts. Taking advantage of massive deposit bonuses with BITGET and BitGet below, and specifically with BITGET and BitGet using my link below. If you use that link, sign up there, you get welcome bonuses, deposit bonuses, but also 0 fees for spot trading. Without any further ado, that's it for me.